This is the One Piece card game Road to Championship 2025 by Dozetown. Marshall D. Teach has been disrupting the meta since OP09 and is already taking notable placements in OP12. First, Teach has an always active leader effect. Teach's on-play effects are negated. This limits the cards Teach can successfully play in their deck, but with the support Teach has been getting, it's hardly a negative. Teach's second effect is an activate main, trash one card from hand. If done, your opponent's on-play effects are negated until the end of your opponent's next turn. Since Teach can't use on-play effects, many of Teach's cards have an activate main effect. This deck will be clearing boards using KO effects. Van Augur and Doc Q are a terrifying combo. Van Augur rests itself and gives an opponent's character -3 cost that turn. Doc Q can then rest themselves, and KO one of their opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less. Combined with cards like Tempest Kick to reduce cost even more, or cards like Black Hole and Finger Pistol to KO bigger bodies, will KO any cost character. What makes Van Augur and Doc Q such a threat though, is unlike other decks who use on-plays, these cards only require them to rest themselves, and if left on the board, can do this combo again. Be sure to keep track of Teach's trash. Cards like OP10 Kuzan and Starter Deck 27 Kuzan are able to play cards from the trash. Jesus Burgess takes advantage of the number of cards in the trash. Every 4 cards in the trash, this character gains plus 1000 power. This effect is always active, so even on the opponent's turn will it have this extra added power. Teach's late game boss monster is 10 cost 12,000 power Teach. This is a huge blocker with a devastating effect. On the turn this character was played, Teach negates the effect of their opponent's leader and one of their opponent's characters. Then, that character cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next turn, often extending the game. Teach has strong matchups against many decks that rely on their on-plays like Bonnie and Kuzan. However, being rushed down by Silver's Rayleigh, or facing an opponent like Blue-Purple Sanji who can circumvent KO effects are strong counters to Teach. Teach is a strong deck that will disrupt your game plan, so be sure to have a different plan going into Championship for Teach.